And start. Yeah. 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 Alright. $7:30. All right, let's get to learning. Wah, wah. All right. Prefabs. Start to edit prefabs so you can see all our instance and show we're done. Prefab, you can double click the asset in the project window or click it and then click the prefab button. Just beneath the edit inspector, this opens a sort of scene in Unity. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah. Look at the hierarchy window and you'll see that none of your other game objects are there anymore. And a and a bar stretches across the top of the window showing the prefab name and the box that represents a prefab. Yeah. This bar has an arrow on the left side that can be clicked to bring you out of the prefab editing and back to the scene you were in before. Has a what? Oh. Also similar bar stretching across the top of the scene window, which lists from left to right. Scene environments. One you're in now will be on the rightmost side. The path you've traveled to get there will be on the left, as shown in 1. As of right now, it looks simple. Scenes on the left, which is the normal view where you're looking at the loaded scene itself, and the skyscraper prefab, which is where we are now, viewing just the objects that are part of the prefab. This bar becomes more notably useful when you begin having prefabs within prefab. Prefabs within prefabs. I guess I could. So could I? Hmm. Oh yeah, that's how you create a prefab. You just drag and drop into the prefab folder. So
Rec Room. Join the fun for free.
having a prefab inside of a prefab, could I drag and drop onto that prefab? So if I wanted to grounds to be a part of the layered prefab, replace the contents of prefab layer with. Don't replace. No. No. Having prefabs within a prefab. That sounds weird. Alright. Start opening prefab while viewing other prefab. The bar pretty much shows you the rabbit hole you've gone down in proper order. At any point, you can click one of the names to switch back to that environment. Scenes. But it got rid of the thingy thing, so I guess I just have to click back on it. So if I open that next, then it just closes the other one. It gets useful whenever I start having prefabs in prefabs, so alright. Fair enough. Guess that wouldn't be useful to me yet then. All prefabs. Scenes. Sample scene. Can I rename that? Let's rename that to scene 1. Yeah. Now go back to the scene and yeah. Very. I could probably just click on it and then F2. No, I can't. I think I have to go to scenes for that. And then whatever packages is. I don't know. Let's change our skyscraper here in the editing environment. The scene window will function as it normally does, while transform tools will work as they did before. Do something crazy to this skyscraper, like grab the middle cube and drag it high above the cube base. Then press Ctrl S or click the save button all the way on the right side of the bar at the top of the scene view. This makes the changes take effect if your prefab has been changed and you try to navigate out of the editing environment without saving. Unity will stop and ask if you're sure you want to discard the changes. If you'd rather just automatically save all your changes, you can check the auto save box just to yeah. No, I don't think I'd want it to autosave. So, prefabs. open skyscraper mid, drag it up, and then just why? What good? Cool. Control S. Go back to it didn't do anything. No, don't autosave. But yeah, save. Let's go ahead and save the changes I've made here. Save. I don't think that changed anything though, right? No, I'd have to. But if I were to drag and drop the skyscraper in, now it looks like that. It's all weird. Cool. I don't care though. Prefab, blah blah blah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna align this again. Should be. Okay, pretty cool. What do you want? Once you've made your changes, then save the prefab. Navigate out of the prefab editing environment using the top bar of the hierarchy window. See it again. All skyscrapers will have changed to reflect the prefab. All the skyscrapers, you say? But they didn't. Unless this isn't a part of that prefab anymore. Reconnect prefab? It's not connected? Oh well. I can reconnect it later if I want. Now that you can see your scene again, all the skyscrapers will have changed. Prefab. Another way to edit prefab is to simply make some changes on an instance of the prefab in your scene. override a prefab. When you override something on a prefab instance, any change to that something on the prefab asset will not reflect on the overridden instance. For example, let's say we have a prefab soldier representing some enemy soldier that we've placed many instances of across all of our scenes. But we want to put down an instance that has a bit more health than the rest. A particularly strong soldier, we go into the inspector and increase the health of the soldier instance, and we rename it to burly soldier, so we know it's special. But later we decide that all of our soldiers have too much health and we want to decrease a little. To do this, we change the prefab asset, decreasing its health a little. This causes every instance of the prefab to reflect those changes, making them have a little less health and saving us a lot of trouble finding them, changing the health of each one individually. However, since we overrode the health for our burly soldier, his health won't change. Unity will recognize that we overrode that value and leave it alone when we change the prefab assets. This way, overrides are preserved when the prefab asset is changed, so that any one-off This applies to values in the components of game objects associated with the prefab, including nested child game objects, as well to the transform component, so that position, rotate, and scale can be overridden for children of the prefab root. Master parent of the prefab. We're just gonna move it over here. Adventure time? Sure. Make that a child of the player. And local is on, so 0, 0, 0. Now we have light to go along with our player. Very cool. I thought I took rigid body off of it. So if I were to play the scene, yeah, it falls over. What about the player? No, I took it out of there. Player, if I were to resync with Prefab. There, it's now reconnected. Does it have the rigid? It does. Is this the overriding of the prefab? Does this have the... No, still doesn't. Alright. Well, I don't know if I want rigid body yet or not. So... Oh, I'll remove that component. And I just realized you can't see. I'm gonna take... window capture. Yoink. And probably just keep my camera. Yeah, it still has it there. I don't know what any of this is. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Light prefab. Character. Ooh, fancy. No, I think that'll be just fine. So, if it were to be quite dark, move the directional light. Rotate it. Why is it rotated like that? Global. Make it darker. Now the point light actually does something. That's pretty cool. Then the character doesn't fall anymore, so that's also cool. Anyways. Hmm. I come back to chapter 5. Reading about prefabs is boring, and yes, while work is supposed to be boring, it's work. I also don't see any other thing I need to know. Revert, apply, unpack. What's that about? Oh, it's still talking about overrides. You can't remove a game object from a prefab as an override. You can add them, but you can't remove them. This is because you can't just restructure a prefab instance like this. You must unpack it first, which disassociates it with the prefab altogether. Okay. To effectively remove a game object for a single instance, you can disable it with the checkbox left side of the name fields in the inspector header.
Crazy interest.
Cool.
Figures. Bigger interest. Capital time.
Nested
Forgotten
prefab.
like stars and
Can you really
naysayers.
talk about that?
Barbs, warm scarves to the hot house. Take your socks off.
Prefab variants. A prefab variant is a prefab asset that overrides another prefab called the base. It's like a copy which serves as a way to make a variation of an existing prefab. Values that haven't been overridden in the variant will be kept up to date with the settings in the prefab base. Enemy types, larger version of the same enemy that has more health but moves slower, or a version that wields a different sort of weapon. Well, if an enemy is going to be that different, then I might as well just make a whole new prefab for them. I feel like this is getting into type of territory that's just a little unnecessary. I don't know. If a character gets too different, I'm not gonna try and go off the same prefab and try and make it confusing. I'll just make a whole new prefab. Summary. A prefab is a game object that is saved as an asset by dragging it from the hierarchy window and dropping it in the project window. You place instances of prefab asset by dragging the asset from the project window into the hierarchy or into the scene. Prefab asset can be edited by double-clicking it in the project window. Any changes made here will automatically occur on all instances of that prefab across all of your scenes. Okay. If you're creating a certain type of game object that can plan on copying and placing many instances throughout your scenes, like an enemy or power-up, you should make a prefab for it and place the instances of prefab. You'll only have to edit the prefab once and all of the instances will update. This can save you a lot of trouble. Any changes made to the values of components in a prefab instance are qualified as overrides. If the prefab asset makes a change to a field that the instance has overridden, the change will not occur on the instance. In other words, overridden values are preserved, allowing us to make one-off changes to specific instances that won't be undone the next time we edit the asset. A prefab variant is a prefab asset that copies from another prefab of an existing prefab asset, such as an enemy with a different kind of weapon or with more health. Values which are not overridden are in control of the base prefab asset. Those which are overridden are in control of the variant asset. Cool. Oh my goodness. Turn page. Programming primer. Oh, I think I'm finally getting into code. Most people really don't know what programming is all about. They just know that you have to be really smart to do it, and it's complicated. This chapter will go over the basic concepts of programming to lay the foundation for beginners. If you're a more intermediate reader and you've already dabbled in writing code yourself, you can safely skip to the last topic in this chapter to learn how to prepare a script to write code in. Well, I've read a whole book on HTML. Hey, what's up, Retro? I'm learning some code right now. Intermediate reader, blah blah blah. So, what are we as programmers expected to do? What is programming really? To put it simply, programming is writing code. Code is text that a computer knows how to read. There are many blah 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 blah. Yeah, I already know this. What's that? Maybe I shouldn't skip it. What is that? We've taught computers how to read code written in different programming languages and to translate those languages into the effects we desire, but because the code we write is read by a computer, and computers are very technical things that cannot think for themselves, we must follow what we call a syntax. Syntax is, simply put, what you write in the programming language and what the effect is. It's the set of rules that the language follows. What the computer expects to see is a very rigidly defining thing, albeit more so in some languages than others. Okay, so I already knew that. Strong versus weak typing? I think I have an idea of what that is. What's the last rip? Because that's where I need to go. Unity refers to our code files as scripts. We don't use Unity to actually write the code, but Unity will detect when the code changes. Every time we change the code and hop back into Unity, we'll see a spinning icon in the bottom right corner of the screen. This means Unity has detected our changes in the code and it's now reading the code again to compile it. Compiling, as far as we're concerned, is the computer making sense of our code and converting it to a machine-readable format. Luckily, we don't have to concern ourselves with this process. Yes, I'm how-to coding. Skip over that. All we really need to know is we change the code. Unity automatically notices the change. The icon appears in the bottom right corner. Computer tries to make sense of our code. If it fails because we're not following the rules properly, it tells us in the Unity window known as the console. Yes, the very confusing thing that already has some errors, I think. Bye-bye. Okay. What else? Console window lists compiler errors in our code. Whenever something is right, an error is thrown at us, telling us what went wrong. Sometimes they're super useful and explicitly worded, sometimes they're really vague, it just depends on the context. Let's start writing code. That's the fun part. After all, go to your Unity project window, right click the assets folder, click create, and then folder. What? Name your new folder scripts. I can do that. Scripty. Right click on the new scripts folder, then click create again, and this time choose script. Name the script my script. In this case, Unity automatically recognizes that it's meant to be a code file and will add the cs at the end of the file without us knowing or seeing. You can tell that Unity recognizes the file as a script by the icon that's placed the left side of the file name in the project window. The icon has C# on it. Alright. Right click, create. It wasn't script. What was it? And this time choose script. I do need script, but is there anything that's just strictly script or nope? Probably just have to go C# script. And then name it my script. Before opening the file, ensure that Visual Studio Code is your default code editor. I think it's my only code editor. Correct. Edit drop down. Edit. Do you want me to preferences? On the left side of the categories, you can click and the settings available for select categories. On the right side, on the left side, click externals. Okay. The first option in this section on the right would be external script editor. Yes, it's already on visual. Yeah, because it's the only one I have. The only one I have. Drop down button you can click that and look for Visual Studio Code with the options. If it is not available, you'll have to click the browse option, which will open a I already have it there. If you just search executable Visual Studio Code on computer. This will be wherever you installed it on your computer, so navigate there and select the executable for Visual Studio Code. While you're at it, ensure that the editor attaching option is checked, then exit the preferences window with the X button at the top right corner. Now you should be able to double click the new script to open it in Visual Studio Code. Ballin'. Cool. I don't think the sun is going to be shining on my face anymore, so I'm going to move you over here. Worked just fine. Focus. Is it focusing? My eyes just bad? No, it's focusing. I'm just losing my mind. It is not a, oh, it's opening. I'm not signed in. Let's see if I'm gonna remember my password. I'm gonna have to. I forgot my password. Sec. So many things open up at the bottom. My 8 gigabytes of RAM does not like this. I don't even have this pinned to my taskbar. Probably shouldn't have right-clicked. Oh my goodness, never mind. This is why I want to build my own computer. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM sitting in my closet, but I don't have other computer parts. Still gotta wait on all that.
Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go too far off future land.
Email, phone, or Skype.
The fun will never end. It's adventure time.
It obviously wants my Microsoft email. 2, 3. Come on, computer. You got this. You got this, buddy. No! What do you mean that's not my password? That's my Microsoft password, dude. You want me to sign into my Microsoft account? That's my Microsoft password. Okay, well, let me try something else. Please? Hey, I think it worked. Mm. Mm, 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 mm.
Round and round as the nature flows. It's like one big ring. Caterpillars eat plants.
Wish Adventure Time wasn't planning on doing their second season of the spin-off in 2025.
Bacteria eats the dead.
I want my spin-off now. My second season, at least.
What an amazing, wonderful, and excellent. How harsh, not careless, it's an endless chain. What an amazing, wonderful, and excellent food chain.
Hang on while we try to sign you in. Hurry up and sign me in. Well, I guess I'm gonna see if I can find some food or something. Be right back. Pause the music. It's a little copyright, you know what I'm saying?
Making bacon pancakes.
Internal error occurred. Why? Why?
What song is this?
Humano cart? Tog what? Oh, it's Stardew Valley. Okay, so what's the problem here? Oh, I guess it actually did work. Development settings. I think Visual C#. That's what you want. Learn about programming with C# in general. Normally I would do dark, but at the same time some blue perhaps. See how that looks. Maybe it won't make me I don't know why, but dark mode, looking at dark mode just makes me like feel depressed. Like pitch it can be something lighter like a gray and it'll be fine, but like pitch black just looks horrible. Like if that's all I'm staring at. Add some colorfulness to my Visual Studio. Get some of that good jazziness to it, you know? Summary. In this chapter we learned the general concept behind programming. It largely deals with organizing data or data, and defining the functionality of the game. It's up to the program to implement the mechanics of the game to make it all work. Code is text that instruct a computer on what to do. Programming languages declare a syntax that determines what we write and what the syntax is. If we fail to follow the syntax, even just a little typo or a missing symbol, we will get error. Okay. Scripts are text files containing our code. They're how we get our code into the Unity game. We create them in the project window and open them in our code editor. If our scripts have errors in them, Unity will show us these errors in the console window. We won't be able to play the game until the errors are resolved. What did I read? If our scripts have errors in them, Unity shows these errors in the console window. We won't be able to play the game until the errors are resolved. Cool. Okay. Are you open yet? Oh, it's opening. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I'm not frozen. I'm bugging. Guess while that opens, I'm gonna go ahead and close the blind. Moon is looking awful bright today. Tonight. Okay, so it's live. Cool. Public and private networks to access this app. Yeah, go for it. I don't know what that means, but go for it. Don't know what all is going to be accessing my app. But we shall see. Oh my goodness. I see now why it's good to have more than 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is killing my computer. Anyways, go back to it. Any CP. Calm down. And my goodness, I'm about it. What does this mean? Configuration manager. No. No. No, it's not responding. No. Are you responding? It's not. It is. Please. Please. Okay. I'm also understanding why people have more than 2 monitors. I don't think I need the latest release. Anyways, what do you want from me now? What's the next chapter? Code blocks and methods. Uh, I don't know how long I've been streaming for. Probably not long. From like 7:30 to 8:30 or whatever time, 8:39. Yeah, so it's a good bit over an hour. By like 10 minutes probably. I'm gonna end stream here. We did good. We got to chapter 7. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess now I'm gonna try and I guess tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? Not tomorrow. I'm not Saturday either. I could probably do it tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll start streaming again. I'm gonna get in. We will get into chapter 7 a little bit. Start learning about some code blocks and whatever that was. Code blocks and methods. Get into all of that tomorrow. Anyways. I'm going to save and exit. Please. It might be auto-saved. It's not, but I'll save. And desktop, whenever that closes. Busy for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 seconds, 18 seconds. Stop being busy. Okay. Move. Please move. Okay, there we go. Desktop. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of open things. This is USB for Guitar Hero controller. This is NVIDIA. That always gotta stay open. That one is, yep. That always stays open. That's usually open. Steam doesn't have to be open. Steam does not have to be open. I'm gonna close that. Exit Steam. Unity? I'm not gonna use Unity until tomorrow, so I'm gonna close that too. And OBS, I'm also not gonna use that until tomorrow. I'm gonna close that too. And end stream. Quit Unity Hub. Cool. Pretty cool. All right. I guess all I have left to do is close stream. Or idea that I just had because I kind of want to now. I want to make an ending stream image with the same. I want to use the same colors that I have for the border. I just picked a random one. That's pretty good accent color. I need to remember to export the file as PNG instead of JPEG. PNG is not the best. In this stream, we were learning about prefabs. And what else? What was chapter 6 about? And I guess programming resources. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. No, not file, just new image. 1920 by 1080. Go and start. All right, so can I, when choosing the color, pick a screen color? Can I pick one straight off of OBS? I can't. So the color that I have straight on the back, I'm gonna copy that, I think. Might have like a striped thing going on, maybe like slanted green, and I have something incorrect. Need the brush. It's all gonna blend in together so it doesn't have to be perfect slants. Now I'm going to pick a color, bottom color. That should be close enough. Go ahead and pick up that blue one more time. Just kind of cool. Now I'm gonna get this. I'm going to just doing that kind of looks wrong, so probably something else I can do to make that look better. Oh no, not Control W, Control Z. Just lightly blinds the, nope. blur the edges a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Blur them a little bit more, maybe. Now, what if I were to just wah? No. I don't know if that's what I want or not. Well, let's try it. I'll go ahead and get the color. That's not big at all. (1920 by 1080). Bring that up a little bit. That's right, I'm not in the paintbrush tool. What am I doing? I will say I do like the look of that blur. I'm gonna scale up that blur. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go back to that, size it down, get the proper thingy thing going. Only I could get that animated. Like the background just slightly moving or whatnot. I probably could. I could do that myself. That's probably not something that hard, but still. Oh. Well, look at that. I'm not streaming this. How silly of me. Anyways. Not placeholder text. We'll do stream ending in black text with pretty big sizing. Why is that playing? Bigger than that. Bigger than that. Probably a size bigger. That's good. Oh, I wanted... Okay. Ooh. What if... I made them separate? Kind of go with the classic stacked blocks. Know what I'm saying? Which would mean I go ahead and size this, rotate it, get it ready to stack that block, go and get our next text in here, ending think I used this script. Not mistaken. The 48 sizing. That's the right one, and there we go. Now if I close it out. I don't know. If I tilted this, I could probably do it something like that. But couldn't I have just done something like that in one text? To deselect both of them, stream ending. How would that look? I feel like there's something I don't like about it. It's fine. So I guess I'll go ahead and save. Save as PNG. PGM. Make sure you save things as PNG. I found out that if you save them as JPEG, they're a little blurry. I don't know why, but they are. So, name the file. Ending. Go ahead and save that. Okay. Now if I get a new scene open in OBS, we'll call it ending. Okay. Now we're on a black screen. Move that past roll cam. And add source, add image, add existing. Which one is that? Oh, yeah. No, we're gonna remove that. Add image. We'll name the image ending. Name is already in. Okay, well, stream ending. Browse for file. It should just be in my picture. And it is. Oh, look at that. It's not synced up with OneDrive. Boo-hoo. I don't care. I hate OneDrive. I'm starting to hate it more and more. That looks pretty good. Fade it from you know, from whatchamacallit, the ending stream ending. You know what? That's not bad. I think I'm fine with that. That's not bad at all. Well, I would say while I have this going, I'll just go ahead and close it, but now I kind of want to make a stream starting thing. Instead of just having it start on the be right back. I don't have enough viewers to ask them if I should make the same thing with different text. Just like make the text different, or if I should just make something entirely new. So I guess I'm gonna leave it on there. I'm pretty happy with that. Goodbye.